On the world's largest island lies a secret buried beneath miles of ice. Greenland, so often misunderstood by name and appearance, is not just a frozen wasteland, but a geological enigma. A vast sheet of ice cloaks its interior, masking not only ancient landscapes, but also fragments of life, long-forgotten ecosystems, and structures shaped by forces far older than civilization. What if beneath that ice, there were canyons as vast as the Grand Canyon, lakes still liquid after thousands of years, and even living organisms adapting to eternal darkness? Today, scientists are peeling back the layers, literally, and discovering astonishing truths hidden for over 1 million years. It starts with a contradiction. Greenland, despite its name, is almost entirely white. About 80% of its landmass is enveloped by an ice sheet that stretches up to 3 kilometers thick. That's taller than any mountain in Western Europe. And yet, the name Greenland came from Viking explorer Eric the Red, who likely exaggerated the island's fertility to entice settlers over 1,000 years ago. Ironically, he wasn't entirely wrong, because deep under all that ice, there once was green. Greenland is a land of extremes. Its sheer size and sparse population make it a unique place on Earth. The island's massive ice sheet holds secrets that scientists are only beginning to uncover. Greenland is massive, at over 1.3 million square miles. It's roughly the size of Western Europe and nearly 3 times larger than Texas. But while its size is staggering, its population is not. Fewer than 60,000 people call Greenland home, most clustered in small towns along the coasts, where the ice loosens its grip and fjords open gateways to the sea. The island's interior, on the other hand, is a frozen desert, inhospitable, unmapped, and until recently, impenetrable. But ice is more than just a frozen surface. It holds history, pressure, and time in suspension. The Greenland ice sheet began forming over 2.5 million years ago. Snowfall after snowfall, compacted into layers, built a living archive of Earth's atmospheric past. Beneath the ice, Greenland hides a secret world of subglacial landscapes sculpted by ancient rivers and valleys. These hidden terrains offer clues to the island's geological history and the forces that shaped it. By extracting ice cores, scientists essentially read a frozen diary of the planet, discovering abrupt climate shifts, ancient greenhouse gas concentrations, and evidence of how volatile Earth's climate can be. The oldest ice extracted is nearly 1 million years old, and each bubble within it traps whispers of ancient air. But what truly stuns researchers is not what's in the ice, but what lies beneath it. Hidden from view, an entire subcontinent has preserved features untouched by erosion or human hands. Using radar and satellite imagery, researchers now see what was once invisible: winding river valleys, towering mountain ranges, massive basins, and even gigantic canyons. Among the most astonishing discoveries is a canyon running over 460 miles beneath northern Greenland. Buried under over a mile of ice, it rivals the Grand Canyon in both depth and scale. The subglacial features of Greenland are truly remarkable, revealing a hidden world beneath the ice. These discoveries shed light on the ancient landscapes that have been preserved for millions of years, offering a glimpse into Earth's distant past. Likely carved by an ancient river system long before the Ice Age, this chasm has remained shrouded for millennia, untouched by light or weather. Imagine a colossal valley where no bird has ever flown, where ancient water once surged through now vanished landscapes, all trapped in permanent darkness. All across the subglacial landscape, mountains rise, some high enough to nearly pierce the surface. Locals call these exposed peaks nuntaks, but many more remain entirely submerged, flattened by the unrelenting weight of ice. Over time, the mass of the ice has even pressed Greenland's central landmass below sea level, forming a hidden basin. If the ice were to vanish, maps suggest that Greenland would not be one single landmass, but an archipelago of rugged islands encircling an inland sea. And then there are the scars, massive circular depressions visible only through advanced imaging. In 2018, researchers uncovered a 19-mile-wide crater beneath the northwest ice. Formed by a meteorite, it has been shielded from erosion by the ice for tens of thousands of years. It's a pristine impact site, one of the best preserved on Earth, silent testimony to a moment of cosmic violence long ago. Elsewhere, scientists have identified over 50 subglacial lakes, hidden pools of meltwater trapped between bedrock and ice. Some stretch for miles and remain liquid due to pressure and geothermal heat, hinting at dynamic, shifting processes beneath the frozen surface. The largest known lake lies nearly 900 yards beneath the ice and fluctuates in size as the ice above shifts and releases or traps heat. These lakes could be isolated environments where exotic forms of microbial life may exist, similar to those discovered beneath Antarctica. This opens the door to an astonishing possibility: life beneath the ice. While it seems implausible that anything could survive in pitch-black, high-pressure, sub-zero conditions, the truth is more surprising. Microbes, ultra-small bacteria, have been extracted from ice cores and sediments deep beneath the Greenland ice sheet. Some of these microorganisms have survived in a dormant state for tens of thousands of years. At Camp Century, a former U.S. military base embedded in the ice, scientists recovered not just microbes, but something even more telling: fossilized plant fragments. Twigs and leaves, perfectly preserved, revealed that at least parts of Greenland were once home to a tundra ecosystem. A waterloy and lush, green world that existed less than 1 million years ago. These fragments prove that Greenland's landscape has cycled through extremes, from ice-covered to green and living, and back again. In fact, this constant transformation is part of Greenland's ongoing story. Climate change, once a distant concept, is now rapidly altering the island's face. Satellite observations show that Greenland is shedding about 280 billion tons of ice each year. Melting ice in Greenland has far-reaching consequences, impacting not just the local environment, but the entire planet. As the ice sheets shrink, they contribute significantly to rising sea levels, which in turn threaten coastal communities worldwide. The implications are vast, affecting weather patterns, ocean currents, and even the global climate. It's a stark reminder of how interconnected our world truly is. That's enough to cover the entire U.S. state of Florida in nearly 5 feet of water. Every year, this melt contributes to rising global sea levels, now by nearly 1 millimeter annually. And while that may sound small, it accumulates and accelerates. In 2021, for the first time in recorded history, it rained at the summit of Greenland's ice sheet. Not snow, rain. At over 3,000 meters above sea level, this unprecedented event marked a new, alarming chapter. Glaciers are retreating, meltwater rivers are forming on the ice surface, and vast sinkholes, known as moulins, drain this water straight to the bedrock, further lubricating glacier flow into the sea. The implications are profound. If Greenland's entire ice sheet were to melt, which would take centuries, if not millennia, it could raise global sea levels by 24 feet. Entire coastal cities would vanish, island nations would disappear, and the ocean's salinity and circulation would drastically change, potentially altering weather systems across the globe. But melting also reveals: as ice retreats, ancient soil, untouched rocks, and hidden valleys begin to emerge, and with them, new opportunities and challenges. Beneath Greenland's surface lie vast reserves of rare earth metals, essential for green technologies and electronics. In the island's south, the Kvanefjeld deposit contains one of the world's largest reserves of these valuable elements. It's quite a remarkable sight, really. Now, let's delve into the delicate balance of sustainability and geopolitics. It's a complex dance, isn't it? On one hand, there's the undeniable need to preserve the environment. On the other, the geopolitical interests that often come into play. It's a tightrope walk, for sure. As permafrost thaws, these regions become more accessible, attracting international interest from mining companies and governments. It's fascinating how the changing climate reshapes the landscape and influences global interests, don't you think? In 2021, Greenland's government made a bold statement. It halted all new oil exploration, citing climate concerns. While nations debate the ethics of Arctic drilling, Greenland took a stand, choosing long-term sustainability over short-term economic gain. And yet, its resources remain of global interest, especially as the Arctic becomes increasingly accessible. New shipping routes, potential fisheries, and strategic military positions have made Greenland the focus of 21st century geopolitics. During the Cold War, the United States built Thule Air Base in northwest Greenland, a key outpost for monitoring Soviet missile activity. Project Iceworm and Greenland's future are deeply intertwined. The history of this secretive endeavor offers a glimpse into the ambitions and challenges faced in this icy expanse. Beneath the ice, the United States even launched a top-secret experiment, Project Iceworm, building nuclear-powered tunnels designed to house ballistic missiles. Though the plan was abandoned, the remnants of that ambition still lie frozen in place. More recently, in 2019, the world was stunned when the US expressed interest in purchasing Greenland. Though the proposal was swiftly rejected, it underscored a reality. Greenland is becoming geopolitically vital. Greenland's journey towards greater autonomy is not just about political independence, it's a powerful, symbolic reminder of the resilience and spirit of its people. Positioned between Europe and North America, rich in resources and located in a rapidly changing region, Greenland has emerged as a key player on the global stage. But who decides Greenland's future? Currently, Greenland is an autonomous territory within the Kingdom of Denmark, managing its own internal affairs, while Denmark oversees foreign policy and defense. However, calls for full independence are growing. Many Greenlanders envision a future where their island is a sovereign nation, able to steward its resources, negotiate treaties, and forge its own path. To achieve that vision, Greenland must build a self-sustaining economy. Fishing, mining, and tourism could help replace the financial support currently provided by Denmark. The ice whispers a message, one of change and resilience. Greenland's future is being written, and its people are ready to chart their own course. But this transformation will require careful balancing between development and preservation, between opportunity and responsibility. Because Greenland's significance is not just economic or strategic, it is symbolic. It is a reminder of how vast, ancient, and fragile our world truly is. Beneath its ice lies an untouched archive of Earth's history, a living example of resilience, and perhaps a warning of what may come. As the planet warms, Greenland melts. As Greenland melts, the world changes. What lies beneath the ice is not just a landscape, it is a message from the past to the future. One that we're only beginning